Welcome to KDrama Divas, a podcast and community for passionate fans of Korean dramas. Join us as we explore the captivating world of K-dramas, discussing the latest releases, timeless classics, and everything in between. Whether you're a seasoned K-drama addict or just stepping into this addictive realm, get ready to laugh, cry, and fangirl with the K-Drama Divas.
You're listening to the K-Drama Divas podcast. I'm Amanda.
I'm Maureen.
I'm Serina.
We're going to be talking about DNA Lover.
Fun.
Yes, DNA Lover Part 2.
We're already getting some feedback from the Hina Gallery.
She can't keep it in. Okay, but before that, Maureen, you have some exciting K-drama news.
Well,
Tell
I
us.
think it's news. I read that Kim Hyun-jun has made a new show, and it's going to be out probably in 2025. And that's wonderful because
Do we
He
need to
has
tell everybody
been-
who he is?
he's been blacklisted almost for, 13, 14 years.
Wow.
He was the second male lead from Boys Over Flowers.
I was totally team him. I forget his name or Boys Over Flowers. Isn't that terrible?
Oh my
It's
gosh.
been a long time.
Yeah.
I
I'm
need to
looking it
watch
up, actually.
I need to watch it again.
I am looking it up. Where is he? Why isn't he showing up right here? Oh, that's really weird. Oh, maybe this is Yoon Ji-ho?
Yeah.
G.O. Yeah.
Ji-ho.
I was Team B-ho. I literally wanted her to get together, but
And that's because we knew so little. They usually always get with the male lead, and Lee Min-ho was the male lead.
He was.
she was. But we were so naive back then.
We were. And it was really difficult because they both had good and bad qualities,
Mhm.
and they both fit with her in a different way. And not that we're ready to do this, but this is so much like DNA Lover with the two,
Right? Yes, I was
and the
thinking.
back and forth, and which one, and oh, I like him better. Oh, no, I like him better. Oh, you know?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Today, I was thinking this reminds me of Boys Over Flowers.
Not in any other way other than that,
Yeah,
right?
The triangle where you really don't know what's going to happen
Yep.
until the very end.
Yes. And you really, I mean, at least for me, you really could go either way.
Yeah.
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 So,
There's faces being made in the studio.
I don't know why. I just don't care for that.
for what?
Second.
Male lead.
Yeah, I don't like him. You know what? It might be because of that character that he played in What's Wrong with Secretary Kim. I don't know.
It's funny that you say that. So the second male lead in DNA Lover, I was looking at other things he was in, and I saw What's Wrong with Secretary Kim, and I was like, who was he? Tell me from
I
me.
couldn't tell you either.
It was
He played his brother.
the older brother.
Oh, you guys said that, huh, at one point. Somebody told me that.
Mm-hmm.
Probably my mom, because I'm not that good. But then I totally saw it. I was like, yes, that's who he is. And he looked so familiar all throughout this drama, and I never caught on until today.
Yeah, I can't remember if I knew it or not. I don't remember. But the whole part about you saying you didn't like the second male lead, but it was because it wasn't that you didn't like him in the show, but you didn't like his character.
I didn't like his character.
Because that reminds me of another Miss O, where the bookstore owner and her were really, really close. Isn't that the right one? He was like her right hand. Another Miss O, the one where the mother is a porn star? No.
Oh.
Which one is that?
You're thinking of My Secret Romance.
That's right. Yes.
Oh.
And he owns the bookstore coffee
Yes.
shop.
'Cause
Yes.
That's how I felt about that second male lead. I
am shocked at that second male lead because it turns out that he is he and someone I really like now.
In which one?
He,
DNA Lover or in
no,
Secret Romance?
no, he's been in several that I've seen. And I
Wait.
did not know it was him.
You're talking about My Secret Romance
Yeah.
now.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm looking it up to see what he's been
The
in.
second
What's
male
his
lead.
name?
Oh my gosh, I can't think of his name right now.
I'm looking it up.
But you love him.
Cast.
I like him a lot. Yeah.
Jae Young Kim.
Yes. And I am shocked at he's making a lot of shows. He
Oh,
really
really?
is. Yes. And he was just in oh my gosh, what was the name of that one? Reflection of You.
I
And,
saw it here.
oh my gosh. That one, oh.
And he was in 100 Days My Prince.
Who was he in that?
Oh. Let me see. He was the prince. I think he was the prince.
Oh, I cannot do it. You know Park Min Young, the actress that we really like?
Yeah.
He was in a show with her. It could be 2 years ago. It could be a year ago, last August. It was something about, I can never think of the name of it. She get married a lot to different guys, but they weren't regular marriages. It was like
Love in Contract.
love and contract. Yes.
I haven't heard of that.
He was in that. And so I just am amazed that, so now he's actually starring in them. He's getting starring role instead of the
Yeah.
the co-starring, the second. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
But we were talking about something else entirely.
So what we were talking about was Boys Over Flowers and that triangle.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were talking about DNA Lover and it's just similar, only similar in the sense that you don't really know who she's going to end up with
Yeah.
until the end. At least I didn't know. I mean, I think it was like episode 15. I was kind of like, I don't really see them together, the friend and her.
Yeah.
It just seemed to be missing something. And I'm like, will they really end up together? And I wasn't sure.
Well, and I think because I of course wanted her with the male lead, and not that I didn't like the guy and the character. I just didn't think. And at one point, she said something along the lines of, "Are you with the person that you have so much in common with, or are you with somebody that you love, or you have that fireworks kind of with,
Mhm.
So I don't think she ever, even though she tried, I don't think she ever felt that way about him. Like it was more than just my little brother, my big brother,
Yeah.
So that's where I struggle, because I thought, is she gonna realize she loves him, or
Actually, he was her little brother because she was his Nuna.
Yeah.
Well, there was one point, I don't know if it was 9 or 10, where I was like, oh my goodness, he's so clearly her, quote, DNA lover.
Which one?
And the friend.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's everything she wants.
Right.
She was neurotic.
Mm.
I mean, come on.
Yes.
I will say, after episodes 1 and 2, I thought, or 1.5, that's how much I saw the last episode.
Right.
I was thinking, how in the world am I going to keep watching this? It's
Mhm.
absolutely absurd and crazy and ridiculous.
Yes.
It's almost like a different drama, 3
Right.
through 16.
Right. I agree.
So,
And I'm a little confused, and Maureen, you're going to have to fill me in here, because after 1.5, we were all like, the only reason we're watching it is because of the male star. It's got to be good because he's in it. And it did get better. And you watched it before we did, Maureen, and said, yeah, it gets better,
you were
I
saying
was on
now,
5 or 6.
But now you're like, eh.
I know. It was the last 4 episodes that did it end for me.
Why?
I really don't know. The fact that they break up, which is usual, but they
Mhm.
break up, but then he tries to get back with her, and
She's so stubborn.
she really is. And so then he decides he's going to America,
Right.
and it just, I don't know, it really bothered me.
Okay.
you sound like me.
And I
Like
was just
mother, like
thinking,
daughter.
what a waste. I don't know.
Hmm.
And then when he came back, he didn't come back and, see her or anything. She happens to find
Like
him.
trying to find her or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She finds him when just in through happenstance or whatever you want to call it. But do you think he didn't?
Look for her because he assumed that she was going to be happily in love and involved with the second male. So he was probably just not wanting to see her, and because it would have hurt him more.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And really, I blame the whole breakup on her.
Oh, absolutely.
So I wasn't mad at him for leaving. I was
No.
more mad at her for not doing
Yes.
everything she could to contact him
Yes.
when she couldn't reach him.
She was
Her one
Mhm.
attempt to like make things right.
I know, even at the airport, he was waiting,
Yeah.
Mhm.
hoping that she would show up, but she showed up too late.
Right. So to her credit, I guess she did show up, but
No,
Yeah.
she could have tried harder.
she could have.
Like,
And,
Mhm.
in the day of technology, you can call someone.
well,
Mhm.
you know what? That's
Facebook
true
stalk
too.
them.
That's true. I didn't think about
Right,
that, but you're
right.
right.
Create a podcast to reach out to them.
So I just felt like, it's just not thing.
Well, you might have been like, I really enjoyed the storyline, but I'm like, it was episode 9 or 10 where, I think around 9 or 10, you were like, I don't think I like this anymore.
Okay,
And-
never that part.
10, and I'm like, I love this drama. I don't know what she's talking about. So,
I overall I liked it too. I mean, we're probably getting ahead of ourselves, but yeah, I'm surprised you're so down on it. Huh.
now the second, I don't know if we call her the supporting female lead.
Which one? The one that got with her friend?
Jong Myun. She was the male lead's friend.
And I
Oh.
don't
She was a
like her.
polyamorous.
I'm with
I
you.
don't like her at all.
I am 1,000 times with you.
I know.
I don't like her.
Nothing about
And
her.
you know what? There's another one I don't like her in.
Oh, so it might just be her.
Yeah, it might be. But
Maybe it's the roles that she plays aren't likable.
I mean, that was a terrible, terrible part that she played. I don't know. I didn't like
Yeah.
her.
I mean, she was the way she was, though, because she was so scared of being hurt. So she didn't want to commit to
But
one
even-
person.
But she went with the mother of.
I know.
So that's a whole nother can of worms. Do we want to talk about that one?
That's why I don't like this show. I don't like it.
So the whole thing you don't like?
No,
Oh.
the mother. And then at the end, the mother's like,
Some mothers are selfish.
She was beyond selfish. The mother, to me, was horrible.
she was.
She was.
Horrible.
She was.
Horrible. I mean, it was like, yeah, her kids were like
They
anything
raised
bad.
themselves, basically.
Right, because she thought they
Mhm.
chained them. They changed her
Then why have them?
Right.
Why did she have them in
right first place. That's how she felt about motherhood and kids. You know, but that makes no sense to me. And the pictures that she would do, and I mean, she just just wouldn't even if they were in trouble, she didn't care.
No, she didn't care when the female lead had to have surgery. She was like, well, can you schedule it in,
Yeah.
months and months away?
So self-absorbed.
She didn't even care about Sojin.
No. And then when they all met because of the father's
Memorial.
yeah, and they met to have dinner, and it was awkward and weird, and
Mhm.
thank God you and I don't have mothers like that.
I
Right?
know. Thank God. Okay. Well, we all did not like Yujin then.
No.
But I mean, I kind of felt sorry for her a little bit.
I'm with your mom on this one.
I didn't like her either, but
You're nicer than I am.
and I didn't really like her getting together with Kong Hoon, the firefighter.
No,
It's
yeah.
like he's such a nice, good guy.
Yeah. Back up before we go down that road. She was in Something in the Rain and Romance is a Bonus Book.
And yes, and Remarriage and Desires.
No.
You've been a lot of
Yeah.
them. Celebrity.
Celebrity.
Yes.
Yeah, I just saw that. Okay.
Mhm.
So anyway, yes, I agree. I do not. That is one relationship I did not approve of. That was.
For him supposedly being a good guy, when he ends up with her, it's like,
But his DNA showed that he had the cheater gene in him.
yes, it did.
Remember?
Yes, it did. And I knew that all along. I was thinking, okay.
Well, now I was thinking,
Yeah.
it can't be true because he's such a good guy. But maybe that's. I mean, how?
I know.
But
How do
it
you go
doesn't
from-
mean it will be activated.
Right. But okay, I look at it and say, what does he see in her? You know, what made him
I know.
be drawn to her? I don't know. I don't know. Not my cup of tea, I guess.
But who is your favorite romance couple?
The other doctor and the
Female
female
fire.
firefighter.
Absolutely.
They actually were, yes, they were good.
We finally all agree. They were so cute. And he was like, I want to be a ding couple. And I'm like, what's a ding? Or no, dink couple.
Yeah.
I want to be
Yeah.
a dink couple. I was like, what's dink?
Did you look it up?
Double income, no kids.
Yeah. Did you know?
Oh, I didn't. And I kept thinking, I need to look that up. But I usually watch it
It's
in the middle
because
of the
he
night.
was
so I didn't.
sterile, too.
Right.
Yes.
That's kind of true.
It's not that he just didn't want kids. He could.
He wanted kids.
Yeah.
He was good with kids and loved kids. And
Mhm.
yeah.
But sometimes life throws you into a dink relationship.
Well, that's right.
She wanted kids. And
Right. But they can always adopt.
Exactly.
You know?
Unless they get too old.
Even, I mean, there's people on the older side of things that adopt.
Yeah.
But I
Maybe too old that they didn't want to have to change their lifestyle. How's that?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Well, we're getting derailed.
We are totally.
I'll
And I
cut
was,
that
and I
out.
was going to do something else before we really got into this, but I'll do it
Oh.
at the end. So
I'm so curious.
I know.
At the end,
So what else do we have to say about DNA lower?
we're done. Tell us.
No.
I'm just joking. So, the female lead's best friend, the one that's had trauma, and she has a crush on the priest.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about
Yes,
that one. And then at the end, it's like he's not a priest anymore.
Right.
Right, but okay. What about the whole twist?
Yes, that was a twist.
It was a
That
twist.
was I did not see that connection
Right.
It
whatsoever.
makes sense, though, because at the beginning, you see the priest and he seems a little shady and weird. But then you see him interacting with the girl and he seems so kind and compassionate and like a normal priest.
Yeah.
So I was like, is he good? Is he bad?
See, I didn't catch
Mhm.
that. I didn't catch that at all.
Oh.
And then when you realize what's going on, I'm thinking, oh my word, is he really just good at
Mhm.
pretending to,
I know.
Yeah.
I totally was taken on that one.
Yeah. It's like a totally different.
Exactly. And
It's like the goofiness, the
I know.
ugly get hairy thing. It like that'll, and I don't know who said this, but yeah, it just totally isn't a thing anymore. Like,
Yeah, they just watched right over it,
but he probably had a serum that got rid of it,
Yeah.
but we never really know. And he didn't get hairy again before he used it. So
Yeah, and there was no mention of, hey, that worked, or hey, I'm
Right. Right.
There were, yeah.
like
it was,
you should be an inventor. You're so good at hair.
right. That would go away. For all of those hairy people that don't want as much hair, right?
It was so funny. It was so funny. But anyway, getting back to the friend, you can totally tell she has a crush on the priest. And then she's reading the thorn birds. Then I started laughing.
I was sure. I did laugh at
I
that.
have to admit, I've never read the Thornburns. I think it's a little racy. Is that true?
So I don't know. I didn't read it.
No,
but
Okay.
there was a movie
Yeah.
or miniseries, and
Yeah.
Michael made me watch it.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
Okay.
really
But
good.
years ago, I hated it.
But it's where she had, it was Maddie Cleary, and she had a crush on Ralph de Burkassaw, the priest. And he was really young. He was a young priest when it started out, that he's old.
Okay.
When she's grown.
Huh.
But anyway, yeah, they eventually got together.
Okay.
But he never gave up the priesthood.
And she had his baby,
Oh.
And
and she dies at the end.
Oh.
I think she
hates him
dies.
for it, that he won't give up the priesthood for her.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
I
it's not something I want to watch.
No.
It's terrible. I was
No.
so angry that I had to watch it.
Why did Michael make you watch it?
It was a classic or something, and I had never seen it.
That means don't watch it.
No, it actually was very,
know me well
very,
enough when we first got
it
married.
was very popular when it was out.
Yeah.
And
So DNA lover priest best friend relationship, his reason for being a priest comes out and is very interesting. But I love the fact that he got to a point in life where he dealt with those demons. He was able to move on. And now he's doing something that he loved, right?
Yeah.
I mean, not that not being a priest was a bad thing, but he now is doing what he loves with somebody he loves and is, I think, enjoying life probably for the first time.
Yeah. DNA Lover is all about learning how to really love. Like the whole drama.
Yeah, but
You could see Maureen's face right now. We need video.
I know one of these days.
She disagrees with me. Why?
I don't know. I just, yeah.
She just didn't
Can
like
you
it.
say something? Rather than,
Use your big girl words.
you seem annoyed with me that I said that.
I don't know. I mean, I hate to think badly of it, but I just,
If you don't like it, you don't like it.
You're
It's
allowed
okay.
to not like drama.
Yeah.
There's many
Or-
I don't like that you like.
Or people or situations or whatever.
For example, Something in the Rain.
but I love Something in the Rain, except for the soundtrack.
I think no one should watch Something in the Rain.
But you're
Oh
going to
my
make me watch it
goodness.
so I can be the tiebreaker.
Okay? It's on you choose that fate.
I have to finish what I'm watching.
Please watch it.
Even though I've seen this one, I want to
Okay,
watch it.
Please
again, but
watch it.
Just because
Please
I
watch
started,
it.
I have to finish
But
it.
you will hate the soundtrack. Just,
You might not. You might love the soundtrack and everything about
I'm
it.
amazed at how many people like the soundtrack.
Oh my God.
When I see stuff on it, I immediately tune in to what they're, what
they're
the all
saying.
comments are. And a lot of people like the songs.
Wow.
Tune out because clearly
Right.
we're not the same
Mhm.
people.
Okay, so since we're off the rails and talking about other things and we're talking about soundtracks, I'm going to tell you what I was going to tell you.
Oh, good.
And maybe, did I tell you this the other night when I was driving home? What happened? This was Monday night. We were going to Hans and Diane's for dinner. Mark picks me up from work and we get in the car and, back up. So I'm talking to my mom Sunday afternoon. And I told you guys this part, but I said, oh, what are you doing? And she says, oh, I'm just getting ready to watch my favorite Korean movie. And I'm like, oh, which is that? And she's like, oh, and then she says, it's Castaway. And I'm like, oh, Castaway, yeah. She's like, oh, yeah. And so she's going on and on. She's like, I don't even remember the story, but the soundtrack and the music. And she's just, on and on. So we get home that night and Mark's like, what's that one that your mom said she liked? So, and what's it about? So I'm telling him and I can tell he's not interested, but I'm trying to explain it to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Monday, he picks me up from work and he's like, oh, and he picks up his phone and, hits play because it's connected to the car. he took what he heard on Sunday as that I wanted the soundtrack. So he found the soundtrack and downloaded it to his phone so we could listen to it on the way home.
So sweet.
That is sweet.
Really sweet. And I'm like, this is great, but I would never just listen to the soundtrack. It's different when it's not in the drama, but I thought that was very, very sweet that my mother inspired Mark to download because he thought I loved it so much based on what I was telling her. So, because I was filling her in about her singing and the album came afterwards, So anyway, so that's my derail, my little rabbit trail in the back to DNA Lover.
This is so sweet, though. That's really sweet.
I thought it was very
She
sweet.
earns points.
Yes.
Finally.
I know. I'm thinking maybe we could have him actually want to watch something someday.
Yeah, good luck with that.
You're dreaming.
I was hoping because when I was watching, what's the one I'm watching right now?
I don't know.
Oh, My Venus. I was
that's
watching
right.
that one again. There's, with the boxing and the health and the,
Right.
working out. Last night he came in when I had it on and I'm thinking, oh, maybe he'll, get interested in this. Oh, no.
What?
Wow.
Can't say I didn't try. So anyway, back to DNA Love.
No, that's fine. Obviously we're split on this one.
Yeah.
I think it was worth watching. And
too.
if you could get past the first episode,
First two episodes,
really, and then it all changes. And I thought it was a good story. I thought the
characters were good.
So cool. Crazy. She's a little crazy with the DNA, but good story.
It was different.
I wouldn't rate it 5 stars,
Right.
Mom, but I enjoyed it. And I wish everyone could see her.
It's better than others that I watched. So, like Atypical Family.
Oh my gosh. I loved an Atypical Family.
To get your goat.
That was a good one.
It's better than what else?
Behind Her Touch, but I know you liked that
I want
one.
to do that. Okay. What else do you guys want to say?
I don't know if I have much else
I don't
to
really have much
say.
else to say. I think it's worth watching. I think I would rate it a 4.
That's what I would have said.
3.
Oh,
Oh,
well.
that's pretty.
Is it?
Well, considering how much you disliked it, I thought it might be like a 2.
It's a 3.
Begrudgingly. You don't have to say 3. Okay, what are the good parts of it?
The second male doctor
Mm-hmm.
and the female firefighter. And probably episode 6 and 7.
Which are what? I have no idea what's in 6 and 7.
They're so cute when
Who's
they're
they?
together. The 2 main stars.
So on and
Oh,
I liked it to begin with.
when he's trying to convince her that he's the DNA lover, is that what's going on at that point?
he's pretty shady.
He
He is shady.
He is. But he knew what he wanted.
Yeah.
Yes. And interestingly, she realizes that isn't important.
Right?
You know,
Yeah, that's
at
what
the
I'm
end.
thinking. Like,
Yeah.
in the end, she learns how to really love someone
For who they
And-
are.
for who they are, not trying to get them to be who she wants them to be. And he learns how to love and say, I love you and not be
Yes.
afraid.
Yes.
It's a girl we all don't like. She learns I can love one person and learn to trust someone.
But does she really in the end? We don't really know.
I hope so.
Trust her.
And,
I know.
You're a little more optimistic than I am.
The priest learns how to really love people because he didn't know how to love people.
Right?
And the best friend learns to love herself and other
Mhm.
people and trust them.
Yeah.
So I think this is all about learning to love.
I think you're right. I think that's a good
okay.
3.1. No, I'm just kidding.
I think it's going to 2.9. But that's always curious as to what she liked about it to see what made it a 3 versus something lower like You're thinking.
I mean, I do agree with you. The ending was not my favorite, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, they're barely together at the end.
Right.
And of course, I hate that ending.
Yes,
It wasn't that good.
I agree.
But I guess I've watched so many Korean dramas, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, they're together, but you want to see them being happy together.
Yeah, I wanted to see them happier longer. And that could have made it a higher score for me, probably.
I agree.
And that actually has a lot to do with how I feel about A Virtuous Business. That was over this past weekend, and that had
Well, for you to say it had a bad ending,
it really
you
couldn't
don't
have a
really
bad ending.
care as much as Amanda and I
4
do.
years goes by.
Oh, 4 years. I've learned to accept the 1 year thing.
Wow. 4 years. And I don't
Unacceptable.
think that they're apart during that 4 years necessarily, but it's 4 years later.
No way. That's too long.
So, and then it's felt like they rushed it because we never seen relationships develop a lot. It just feels like it was really rushed. And yet it was only 12 episodes. They could have done possibly a couple more.
Yeah. Well, I think that is going to be our podcast on, what's it called? What's that one called? That you just were talking
A
about?
Virtuous
A
Business?
Virtuous Business, because I don't think Amanda and I will ever watch it. So I think that's it. That's all you get.
And now we know 4 years later.
That's right.
That's all you had to say.
And I don't think you really liked the whole thing anyway, right?
Oh, it wasn't bad. Yeah.
So, okay, on a scale of 1 to 5.
It was a 4.5.
Really? You liked it better than DNA Lover?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. But the ending,
Wow. Good to know.
okay.
Well, you got 2 podcasts in one.
So I think that wraps up our conversation for today.
Thanks for joining us.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us on another episode of the KDrama Divas podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's episode as much as we did. Before we part ways, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and leave a review wherever you get your podcasts. Connect with us on social media at KDrama Divas to stay up to date on recent podcasts and to share your thoughts and recommendations.